Welcome to the Chamber Corner. We're glad you chose to join us today, and we hope we've put together a good show for you. We're going to talk about several things, but before I get into that, I would like to mention something to you. If you come by the Chamber of Commerce over in Carthage, you can pick up some magazines that tell a lot of things that are going on locally. The first one here is the Upper Cumberland Stay and Play magazine. This is a 2017 edition, and it has a lot of information about our local happenings and what's going on here in Smith County and in 14 Upper Cumberland County. So if you want to pick up one of those, you can come by the Chamber. We also have the Tennessee Vacation Guide. If you want to come by and find out what's going on in the state, anywhere in the state of Tennessee, this Tennessee Vacation Guide is a good book for you to come by and look at. Then we've got the Local Table. Local Table is a magazine that gives you all the farms and the markets and the fresh places that you can get food, fresh fruit, vegetables, organic meats, anything of that nature is in this Local Table magazine. And the thing about it is that none of these magazines cost anything. They're absolutely free if you come by and pick them up. Then also I wanted to talk to you something, and I'm not sure we'll get a chance to talk much more about it, but maybe we can mention it tomorrow. But September the 30th is William Walton Days on the square in Carthage, and that's a time when people come together and they celebrate the history of Smith County and our founder, Mr. William Walton. In the 1790s, he and Mr. Tillman Dixon came up the river. It's called the Shawnee River at that time. We call it the Cumberland now, and they stopped at a little place that wound up being called Walton's Landing. Walton's Landing turned into, of course, Carthage, Tennessee, and Smith County basically was formed around that. And there's a lot of history and a lot of stories to be told about that. And we celebrate that at the historic Smith County Courthouse right there on the square. We close the streets off, close off 3rd Avenue and all the way up Main Street, and we have vendors and just a list of what's going on. A scavenger hunt, sidewalk arts, bouncy houses, balloon artists, history reenactments, Harvest Queen pageant, live music, food, vendors, and wagon rides and pumpkin art. And if you want to get involved in any of that, all you got to do is come to William Walton Days, and that's on the square there in Carthage. Also, we wanted to mention something to you. I have a note here. Over in Pleasant Shade, Tennessee. Pleasant Shade is the little town that time forgot, like Lancaster, Tennessee. Anyway, Pleasant Shade, Mr. Wesley Rigsby sent me a note here. On September the 23rd, they have a fish fry, and it's really good, so you'd enjoy it if you went to that. On October the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st, they're having a consignment sale. So if you've got something that you'd you've been looking at it for a long time, you know, that catfish that you caught back in the 60s, or that moose head that you shot up in Canada and you had it mounted, well, you can get rid of that at this consignment sale, October the 19th, 20th, and the 21st. Then on October the 28th, they're going to have the Bluegrass Singing, and there's a lot of good gospel music that takes place during that. So go over to Pleasant Shade, and if you don't know where Pleasant Shade is, if you're out of our kind of immediate area and you don't know where that is, call the Chamber and we'll give you directions. But there's a lot of things going on at Pleasant Shade, Tennessee. So we hope that you enjoy our show. We're going to be interviewing some folks about what's going on in Smith County and some of the programs that we have. And so we're going to cut to that right now. We hope you enjoy it. Well, we've had another friend come by. Miss Kristen Sanders has come to see us, and we're just going to have a conversation here about what's going on with Kids Central. We got a celebration going on September the 9th. Yes. And you got a special thing going on, what, 9 o'clock in the morning? Is there a
Yes.
A 5K, is that right?
At 9 a.m. that morning, there'll be a 5K. This is the first 5K Kids Central will be doing. So we're really excited about that. The entry fee is just $10. It's at 9. Registration starts at 8 that morning.
Okay. And where's registration at? Is it right here?
Registration will be at the picnic tables behind the the baseball fields. I think that's the Rotary, Picnic Pavilion.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Okay.
registration will be there, and the race will start there. The race will end here at the playground.
Okay, so they could park in the ball field parking lots, couldn't they, and come down?
Yeah, we're still working out parking. With the vendor setting up for Kids Central, we're going to have signs up to let people know where they can park for the 5K.
Okay.
And the vendor. So just be looking for signs to know where to park.
Well, I know some nice medals are on the way, aren't they?
Yes, we do have medals. We have first, second, and third place medals for the 5K. There'll be male and female, and then also divided up into ages. So there'll be several different divisions.
So some of you semi-professional runners that I've seen running these things, they need to show up, don't they?
Yes, they do. They'll get a nice shiny medal. So
Yeah, I like that. Well, now, who else is eligible? I mean, can anybody come and run or walk in this?
Yes. So I had a question today about if you had to run the whole race. We are open to people who want to run, people who want to walk, or people who want to do both. So no matter what your fitness level is, you can come and do the race. We also have a 1 mile fun run that'll start at 10:15 that morning. So if maybe some younger kids or maybe even some other people who don't want to do a whole 5K, they can come and do at least a mile run. So
Okay, and I understand now you got a fun route. We're not going to try to explain it, but you got a fun route picked out. It's not just around the track, but it's going to be
Right.
some interesting sights to see.
So even though Kids Central is at the soccer field, the 5K is going to be a track other than just running 3 laps around the soccer field and the playground.
Okay.
So we'll start at the picnic area. You'll run around the Ag Center. You'll make your way to the middle school. So we've got a fun course. So it should be interesting.
Okay, and I thought while we were here, I'd talk a little bit about Kids Central, and you can help me remember stuff. Folks, if you've never been to one of the Kids Central celebrations, we start registering here at the front of the park, and it starts at 10. Is that right? Or
Yes.
It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning and goes till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And here under the picnic pavilions, there's vendors set up, there's tents all around, and all of the services that we have, for instance, the fitness center,
Yes.
and the EMS, EMA, Sheriff's Department, what am I missing? The fire departments,
Yep.
the health department, anything that you can think about that's in government, they come and they kind of display what they've got, some of the organizations that's here. But you know what the best part about it is?
What's that? The free food?
The free food.
Yeah,
You see, you picked up on that.
everybody wants some free food.
Yeah, and so you can come in here, you can get a extremely healthy hamburger or an extremely
Yeah.
healthy hot dog.
Or some healthy chips. So.
Yeah, if there is such a thing.
Yeah,
But you can get a free hot dog and a hamburger and a drink, and they'll be serving them actually not too far from where we're standing. And of course, behind us is this Kids Central Park, and that's what the celebration is all about, is to try and let people that are within driving distance of this to know, this park is here. Now, it's a mile around, is that right?
It's 1.1 miles around the track.
Okay, and there's exercise stations at several points here, and it actually has a description of the exercise that you can do.
Yeah, it has a sign with some pictures on there, so it shows you how to do each station. Some of them are exercise, and I think some of them may have like stretching on there too.
Well, and then I think there's a balance one.
Yes, and some for balance.
So it kind of runs the gamut of what a person would need to go through. I want to ask you a loaded question here.
Okay.
Have you ever run this and done the exercises?
I have not stopped and done the exercises, but I have made many laps around here before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, there was a local fellow, we won't call his name because he might know, but we're sitting here, and about the 5th trip around this morning while we were here, we decided that he was in a lot better shape than we are. So it takes a little bit to run this.
It does. It takes a little bit of effort. So.
Well, you need to, but next year, I think you should stop at the stations and tell us, how we need to do those. Okay?
We could do a segment next year.
Yeah.
On all the different stations.
Okay. All right. Well, folks, we hope you'll come to Kids Central, and you get to meet Kristen. She's going to be running a 5K race, and of course, you're going to be here for the celebration too.
Yes. I work at the Smith County Fitness Center, and we'll have a booth here. So I'll get done with the 5K, and then I'll come over and sit at the booth as well.
Okay. And just a quick blurb about the fitness center. Tell them about that. Just what times you open and
Okay.
how much it costs and a phone number or something.
Yeah, so the fitness center here in Smith County is over by the health department. We're in that complex over there. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7 p.m. And on Saturdays, we're open 8 to 12 noon. We have memberships that start at $35 for a single, and then we also give discounts for Smith County employees, or if you work for a business that's a Smith County Chamber member. And if you're not sure about that, you can ask your supervisor or director at work, or call the chamber, and you can find out if your business is on there. Our number is 735-2735, and we also have a Facebook page, so you can go online and look at pictures, or you can stop by and take a free tour if you wish to do that.
Well, and you have a web page too. Do you remember
Yes,
that?
we have a web page. I think it's smithcountyfitness.com.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah. So if you want to learn about how to get in better shape, Kristen can help you. She's got, we won't go into that, but she's got all kind of degrees and all this kind of stuff. It kind of makes my head hurt when you start talking about all these degrees. But anyway, Kristen can help you out with your fitness. We've got another young lady that's here local, and we are really proud of her. And we have a segment that we're going to break away to. We was talking about food, and I don't know how healthy she's got prepared for us, but I know it's good. And so we're going to break away now, and this is Cooking with Grace with Miss Grace Harville.
Hi, I'm Grace Harville, and welcome to another episode of Seasoned with Grace. Today I'm going to be making one of my favorite dishes called pesto chicken. It kind of stems off of one of my mom's recipes that she makes called pesto dip, and it's really good. So we have our chicken that's been thawing, and I have chicken tenders, and you can also use chicken breasts, chicken thighs, any type of chicken that you would like. I just have tenders because that's what I had in my pantry. And so first we're going to add our pesto. And for those of you who don't know what pesto is delicious. Pesto is a sauce that's used in Italian cooking, and it has basil, garlic, olive oil, different types of cheeses and spices, and it's so good. You can use it in pastas, you can use it in chicken like I'm using today, and you just want to make sure that you get it all over the chicken, that it's fully covered. Alright. Next, I'm going to add some tomatoes. You just want to make sure you spread all of that evenly on top of the chicken. And if you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to use them. I just like to use them because it has that Italian edge to it that I like. There we go. Next, we're going to add one of my favorite ingredients of all time, cheese. And it doesn't really matter what kind of cheese that you use. Today I'm using cheddar jack, but you can use sharp cheddar or any other type of cheese that you like. Mozzarella would be really good with this if you were going for that Italian flavor, like I said. Make sure you get it all over the chicken because cheese is really, really good. And you want to make sure that you have it on everything. There we go. And because I'm me, I like to add bacon to almost everything that I have. So we're just going to add some of the real bacon bits. And you can use the fake bacon bits if you like, but the real ones are preferred. We're just going to sprinkle those on top of the chicken. Alright, and there's our pesto chicken. To go with our pesto chicken, we're going to make some roasted vegetables. And I have some potatoes and carrots. And I'm going to start by adding some olive oil, pouring that over the top. And to season the vegetables, I'm going to add some salt and then a few grinds of pepper. And next we're going to mix all of that together to make sure that the oil and the spices are all over that. Sometimes carrots like to jump out of the bowl and not be eaten. Pesky little carrots and potatoes. There we go. And now I'm just going to spread the vegetables out onto a baking sheet. You want to make sure that they're in an even layer so that they all cook evenly. There we go. And now we're going to get our pesto chicken along with our roasted vegetables, and we're going to put them in the oven for at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. That way they can cook, and whenever they get done, you have your chicken and your vegetables and you have your meal. So we're just going to put those in the oven real quick. Our chicken and potatoes just got done, and I'm gonna get them out of the oven real quick. They look fantastic. Look at that chicken, that crust from the cheese. That is why I love cheese so much, because it gets that nice, good crust on top. And look at the vegetables, they look so good. This is a fantastic meal, and I hope you all like it as much as I do. If you would like to have the recipe for the pesto chicken or the roasted vegetables or any of the recipes that I've done on Seasoned with Grace, you can email me at graceharville1738@gmail.com. I hope you have a great day, and I hope your day is seasoned with grace. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Mary Draper with UT Extension, and I have with me today Myra Fisher, who is our FCE County Council President for Smith County, Vice President for Smith County, and then she's also our Carthage FCE Club President. Myra, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your club has done this year?
Usually our club has a special project each year. So this year our project has been a high school student. We have sort of adopted, I guess you could say, a deserving high school student that's in need, and we have been providing financial assistance to him for clothing, and so he could attend special events or buy his school annual, different things that otherwise he wouldn't be able to afford. So we've done that. We have made contributions to several different charities in the community, and we collect box tops for the schools.
Very good. And I know in July we had a project for all the FCE clubs who did little dresses for Africa. We're going to be doing that again on October the 10th. We hope to see you all out there. What we're going to do is make products for these ladies that are in need. So we especially need sewers as well as cutters or anybody that wants to participate. We'll have that at the Ag Center on October 10th, and we'll start at 9 o'clock. What else do we have coming up, Myra?
Well, we just finished with the Smith County Fair, and our group was very volunteered quite a bit, I guess you could say, with that. We helped set up for the exhibit hall. We also helped take entries for the exhibits, and we had several ladies that actually set up and did demonstrations at the Pioneer Village this year, which was the first time for that event for us. And we also had 2 members of our club that actually won Best of the Best this year.
Yes, you did. Very good. And one of those ladies was for cooking. And we actually have a chili supper coming up on September 15th, and it's also a cakewalk. Where we're going to be selling chili meals for $5 as well as chili dog meals for $5. And Myra here, she won Best of Show last year for her cooking, and Miss Faye won it this year for her cooking. So hopefully we'll have lots of good cake items to donate for that cakewalk. And then also, what is your club donating, Myra?
This year, each club is bringing 2 pots of chili, and we're all bringing in 5 different items for the cakewalk. Our club so far is we have 2 tickets to Dollywood for a 1-day admission. They're good till the first of the year. And then we also have several gift cards. We have gift baskets. And of course, we're going to have lots of homemade cakes and pies. And the walks will be 10 walks for $5.
Yes, very good. And this helps FCE be able to continue our community through community support. They do things like helping with the Pregnancy Help Center, things that Myra listed their clubs does. Our clubs help with the Jamie Evans benefit that has been going on to help for scholarship. They also help with the Jordan Hackett Foundation. Can you think of anything else? We do the chocolate extravaganza.
Yes, that's in February.
And we've raised over $1,000 each year for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life here in Smith County.
I think we have several ladies that are participating in the Walk Across Tennessee.
Oh, yes. Different teams have participated in that, and we're going to finish actually at Kid Central, which is September the 9th. So we hope to see you all there that day as well. And we hope to see you on September 15th for our chili dinner and cakewalk to help us support our community.
Yes, that's from 5 to 8.
Yes.
And this is our flyer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here at Kids Central Park, and we've had another guest come in. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell them who you are with and who you are?
My name is Kendra Preston, and I'm with the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition.
Okay, now you've come to talk to us today about something to do with the Drug Coalition, is that right?
Yes, I came to talk about National Recovery Month being in September and how we're going to celebrate that.
Okay, well, if you want to share that with these guys, I'm sure they'd like to know about it.
All right, the first way we're going to celebrate is by doing a community event. We're going to celebrate National Recovery Month in September by celebrating their theme of strengthening families and communities by holding a candlelight vigil. We're going to be doing that on September 28th at 6 p.m. on the historic courthouse steps.
Okay.
Our theme is going to be Lights for Recovery, in the hopes that our vision is that each individual will be a light for hope to bring change to our families and communities. And that is to celebrate those who are in recovery, support those who are still in active addiction, and also to remember those who have lost their battle with addiction.
Okay, and what date was that?
September the 28th, which is a Thursday at 6 p.m. on the historic courthouse steps.
Okay, and I think they're going to block the front of the street off there, so you'll have plenty of room for that.
Oh yeah, we're hoping to have a big turnout to that. So.
Okay, well, who usually a lot of times you have target groups that you're after. This is really for anybody in the county.
Yes, we're hoping anybody in the community will come. We want everyone to attend. We don't really have a target group, but anyone who is celebrating their recovery, who's in addiction, who's lost someone, all their families, anyone who's interested in just showing support for people who are in addiction or in recovery, or showing support to people's families, just everyone. We just want this to be a community effort, because addiction and drug overdose and all that, it's an epidemic right now, and we really need our community to come together to help fight this.
Yeah, well, it is a problem, and it's not just here. It's a lot of places, and so this is a good time for you to come out and maybe have a conversation with somebody about this. Now, you had some other things you were going to talk about.
Yes, to help bring awareness to our event, and also to the fact that people with substance use disorders and also mental disorders, the fact that, you know, there is hope for them and for treatment for them. We're going to be going out and placing purple ribbons around all of Smith County. You're going to be seeing these on lampposts and on businesses and church stores and places like that. You're going to be seeing these everywhere. So, you know, if you're a business or a church who would like to get a purple ribbon to place on your doors, please call us at 615-588-1622, or just stop by the Turner Building to, you know, grab a ribbon and put that out to celebrate National Recovery Month. And we would really appreciate that.
Okay, and purple is the color for National Recovery Month.
It is. We're really wanting to light everything up purple this month.
Right, and anybody that wants one of these, all they got to do is call the number you gave, and they can get one of these. Okay.
Yes, we will supply them with it. Also, our monthly coalition meeting that we have every month is going to be a little different this month. We're going to be having a recovery roundtable. And we're going to be having local recovery groups of different types come in and talk to us about information and their scopes of services that they offer. So we would like to invite everyone in the public to come and get that information. We have our meetings at the Chamber of Commerce, which is across from the new Dollar Tree, on the first Wednesday of every month at 11 a.m. That will be on September the 6th this time. And, you know, we would just love for you to come out and get that information, get those brochures. You know, that way everyone knows what recovery options there are around here. And, you know, that goes from anything from 12-step meetings to inpatient to just support groups to everything will be there.
Okay, and you have these monthly meetings, so if they happen to miss the September 6th, they can come in October and find out the information.
Yeah, they can also just stop by our office at any time too if they can't make this meeting. And, you know, we can also help get them that information too at our office if they can't make that meeting.
Well, I know there are also monitors around the county and various places that has a lot of the recovery information on it. I'm catching you off guard here, but there's one at the court facility.
Yes, we have one at the courthouse.
And one at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
One at the Turner Building.
Yes.
And then is there one I'm missing, or?
Is there?
The police department.
DCS.
And DCS, okay.
And you know, I know we're trying to get more of those out right now. We are also working on getting those into more facilities right now too. So we're hoping to get those out everywhere.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, did you have anything else going on?
I just wanted to tell you a little bit about our mission at the Drug Prevention Coalition. So our mission.
Well, I tell you what. Let's do this. I am going to step out of the frame, and you just look at these folks and tell them, because this is important to me.
Okay.
I have a lot of people won't say this, but I have family members that need to hear your message.
Okay.
I have people that I know that are very near and dear to me, and they're good folks, and they didn't ask for this, and they've wound up in a place that they don't want to be. And so why don't you just
I'm glad you're brave enough to say that.
Yeah,
I think that everyone has someone that's close to them that, you know, has these issues.
Yeah, they do. So just tell them about this.
Okay. So our mission is to empower citizens with a prevention effort that will result in substance abuse in youth and families, you know, being reduced. That way that we can have healthy families and communities. And, you know, we would love to help anyone, any way possible to help do this. So, you know, you can stop by our office or call us at any time. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Okay, I guess we've got some guests back here that are playing. Folks, we have some kids that are enjoying the park right now,
and it's a good day for that.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be full of kids here just in a few days. But that's one thing I've noticed about the park. Came down here the other day, and we were working on some of the items that needed attention. And while we were here, there were kids all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And so this is a well-used piece of equipment and a park, and it really is. Yeah. for those of you who don't know, this is Miss Barbara Knappel. She is the director, is that right, of
Yes,
our Drug Prevention Coalition?
Right.
Okay, and Barbara has something about a new program that you wanted to tell us about. So, Barbara, what's going on?
I would like to, because this, again, as we talked about substance abuse and how it affects our entire community, we have new funding from the state of Tennessee to actually be able, it's called STR grant, State Targeted Response, and that response is to the rising number of overdose deaths in our community as well as across Tennessee. So Smith County is now funded to be a regional trainer and dispenser of naloxone. And if you don't know what naloxone is, it actually will save the life of someone that's in active overdose situation. It will reverse that overdose situation until they can call emergency help. And so that medication has been around since about the 50s or 60s. It's been used widely in hospitals. Our EMS directors carry it now, but the state of Tennessee says we need to have it in the hands of all of our law enforcement. We need to have it in our recovery programs and even in the homes of family members with someone that's in addiction. So we just want to let the community know that we'll be doing trainings in our community. We'll be dispensing naloxone. The EMS director here, Jeff Crockett, is a great partner with us, and he'll be partnering with us on that. We've hired 2 medical folks to their training actually today, or they would be speaking about this, but we've hired 2 medical folks to work with the coalition and get that medication out to save someone's life. We had actually at the Health Council meeting yesterday, they told us there were 33 deaths in Smith County in 2016 related to overdose, and so one is too many, and so we want to give those folks another opportunity for recovery and for hope. So we're dispensing that medication.
So basically, if you carry this naloxone with you, you've got the capability of saving somebody's life.
Absolutely, reversing an overdose and getting them emergency help and saving their life. And there's nothing more important than that, than saving a life.
That's true. Now, if it's my understanding, it's pretty simple.
It is simple.
Basically a spray that you would put in maybe someone's nostrils, and it immediately goes into the bloodstream and counteracts the effect.
It does. It's an opiate antagonist, and so it is in a dispenser that's simple for anyone to use. It's been demonstrated to the coalition members, and it's a nasal spray that you can put into their nose and spray it, and then be sure that you call 911. It will last a little while. It will need to be repeated by emergency personnel.
Okay, well, if you want to know more about this, then you can give a call to the Drug Coalition, or you can call us at the Chamber. We can get you directed to other people that talk about a lot of various things, but this in particular, our number is 615-735-2093. But if you want to call direct, Barbara, what is your number?
Our number is 615-588-1622, and our office is in the Turner Building. We're there 5 days a week. We're Suite 111. Just stop by and see us for more information or resources or how you can get involved.
Okay, well, Barbara, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And that's a very important announcement. I'm glad that we have that available to us.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Chris Hicks here with the University of Tennessee Extension Office. I wanted to talk to you today about some things going on in agriculture in Smith County, as well as some programs coming up with the University of Tennessee Extension Office as far as agriculture-related programs. First of all, September is harvest time in Smith County, so you're going to see a lot of wagons and tractors going up and down the road, combines going hauling soybeans and corn in the next few weeks. And it's important to remember when we get behind some of these slow-moving vehicles, as they're often referred to, it can be annoying. We know that, and it can be frustrating when you get behind a combine going down the road at 10 miles an hour and you've got somewhere to be. But keep in mind as you come around across these vehicles and try to make the decision of when to pass them and whether to go around them or not, that these farmers are hauling our food. They're hauling crops that are eventually going to be turned into food for us to eat. So try to be patient with them, and most importantly, try to be smart and make good decisions. What made me kind of think about this was over the weekend, I got behind a spray coupe going down Highway 70, and it was going pretty slow, and I was several vehicles back, and a truck was right behind the spray coupe and just kind of kept drifting over the yellow line, trying to peek across it to see if oncoming traffic was coming. Of course, oncoming traffic was coming the other way, and so he'd dart back across, then kind of ease back and dart back across again, and that's very dangerous because there's a huge blind spot behind that spray coop, as there's a huge blind spot behind most large tractors, behind most combines and sprayers, other pieces of machinery. And so just assume when you're behind one of those pieces of equipment that the farmer can't see you. And if you assume that, that's going to make you make hopefully better decisions. It's not illegal to pass slow-moving agriculture vehicles. You just need to do it safely and smartly. Make sure you've got plenty of room to pass. Make sure it's not an area that's on a hill or a blind curve where you're going to risk hitting the piece of equipment or oncoming traffic. So let's just be safe. Let's be smart. Understand, too, that it's not any more pleasant for that farmer driving that piece of equipment down the highway than it is you being behind it. That farmer would much rather be in the field harvesting than driving up and down the road. But unfortunately, going from field to field, going to market, that's just part of it for the farmer. So let's work with each other and be patient during this harvest season so that we have a good, safe 2017 crop harvest. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about today is something coming up at the University of Tennessee Extension Office. It is our Advanced Master Beef Producer class. We actually have two coming up. We have one this fall, beginning this month, September the 28th, in Hartsville. So we'll be meeting every Tuesday and Thursday for 6 nights in Hartsville, beginning September 28th. We'll have another class in February in Carthage at the Smith County Ag Center. So we'd love to have you for one of these two upcoming Master Beef Producer classes. We're going to talk about a lot of really good information. We're going to talk about pasture innovation, weed control. We're going to talk about beef cattle management and reproduction. We're going to talk about herd health and hey, what do I do if my cow gets sick, or when do I make that decision? How do I know when it's time to call a vet? How far is too far gone for me to call the vet? A lot of cool stuff we're going to do at this Advanced Master Beef Producer class. So again, that starts September the 28th for our Hartsville class, and in February for our Carthage class. So if you want more information, there's a lot of information about those classes on our website at smith.tennessee.edu, as well as at the Extension office at 125 Gornsville Highway, or you can give us a call at 735-2900. We'd love to have you for one of those classes. If you have other questions, we're always available to try to answer anything agriculture related at the University of Tennessee Extension office, or check out our many publications on that website at smith.tennessee.edu. Thanks for giving me time on the program today. Hope you all have a great rest of the day.
Okay, we're here with UT Extension, and you have your right, is that the right color?
Yes, orange.
I'm very impressed with that. Okay, Miss Mary Draper. I got it right.
You got it right.
That's amazing. I got it right this time. Miss Mary Draper is here with us, and I think you wanted to tell us about the Granville Quilt Festival.
Yes, that's going to be going on October 7th in Granville, of course, at the United Methodist Church. I want to encourage everybody to enter their quilts. This year at our fair, our Smith County Fair, we had a lot of quilt entries, and one of our biggest categories in heirlooms, we had antique quilts, which you can enter those antique quilts at this Granville Quilt Festival as well. The quilts have to be 50 years and older, and then there's about 20 different other kinds of quilts you can enter, everything from applique to baby quilts, and $100 will be given to the club or guild that has the most entries, so you want to strive for that. And then in Smith County, we have a day that you can bring down the quilts if you live in Smith County and you're local, in Gordonsville at the bank at Wilson Bank and Trust on Thursday, October 5th from noon till 3. We'll have somebody there who can pick up your quilts, and then you can pick them up at the Granville Quilt Show, which is October 7th again, and the time for picking up is 4 o'clock, and then we'll take pictures before that for the winners around 3 or 3:30.
Okay, now there's 21 categories of quilts on this. So are you going to have that number of categories at Granville?
Yes, so all those categories are what's going to be in Granville. And these quilts, at the fair, you usually have to make them or have some part of them, but these quilts, you don't have to have made. You could have found them at yard sales, or they can be passed down. And then the first, second, and third place in each category will win a prize, and there'll be a best of show as overall. And Maggie Klinke is actually in one of our FCE clubs here in Smith County, the Grant FC Club, and she'll be honored for her work. She does wonderful work, and she'll be there displaying her work and working on projects.
Okay, well, now there's several contact numbers here. Give the UT Extension number first.
615-735-2900 in case you have any questions. We're always there to help. And then also in Jackson County, the Extension office there is happy to help as well, and their number is 931-268-9437.
Okay, and there's also contacts in Cookeville, Gordonsville, Granville, and Rickman. So if you want to enter a quilt, you can do that at the Granville Quilt Festival. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be from Smith or Jackson or Putnam County.
Correct.
It could be from, so if you're in Woodbury or Manchester and you've got a quilt you want to bring down, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to seeing folks come to this. We also have a quilt trail here in Smith County. And if you want to learn more about that, you can come by the Smith County Chamber of Commerce. We have a brochure on that, and it's quite interesting to see some of the quilt designs that are on the barns around here. So
yes.
If you want to learn about that, just come by the chamber. Over on Upper Ferry Road. We're right across from the Dollar Tree, caddy corner from the Walmart, and our number is 735-2093, area code 615. Mary, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Barbara Knappel, and I am here representing a group in Smith County, a program in Smith County called Youth and Family Resource Network. And my husband and I have been working with this program for about 5 years, and we've been serving the youth and the families in Smith County with resources and after-school programs for about 5 or 6 years. And this program is mostly for youth, but we have a lot of other programs as well. We have after-school programs for 7th to 12th grade students. The program is free to kids after school, and they can come there at about 3:30 in the afternoon. We provide a meal for them. We want to be another positive influence in their life with the goal of helping them to make good choices, healthy choices, and prevent risky behaviors during this really important decision-making time of their lives. So the programs that we offer, in order to establish a solid foundation for life and positively impact kids in their schools and community, my husband offers free music lessons on Wednesday afternoon. We also have after-school programs, as I said. We have leadership programs. We do a program on Thursdays for young people called Choosing to Change. It's a little more intense class on helping them to make healthy decisions for their lives. It's a 6 weeks course. We also have a program in the schools and have been teaching that for many years. It's called Choosing the Best. And again, it's helping children to build their self-esteem, to understand the problems that they can face as teenagers, the difficult decisions that they can make as teenagers, and avoiding those consequences from the wrong decisions. And so we just want to be there to support our youth and our families in Smith County with this program. Our building is called The Spot, again, and it's located at 108 Ward Avenue East. Also, we have an NA group that meets there. So if you'd like more information about Youth and Family Resource Center and how it can benefit your family or your community, or even how you can get involved, the number is 615-489-5900, or come visit us on some Monday afternoon and actually play a game of pool with the kids or some foosball, or just talk to them about the things that they're going through. The most important thing that we do with our youth there is we listen. Thank you.
Okay, we're here with our chamber spotlight, and every once in a while we like to go and visit some of our new members, and today we have picked a gentleman. He's just opened up a business here. Introduce him, tell him what your business is, who you are.
Sure, Bill. My name's Seth Dillahay. I'm with JM Insurance Agency.
Okay, well, tell them when you opened up and where you're located.
We actually had an open house here at the Wagner Building here in South Carthage back on the 22nd of July. Had a great turnout. Real excited to be back in the community. This is home to me. Just having the opportunity back to serve my home community. with our product. Really excited about that.
Okay, and tell them some of the services that y'all.
Sure, yeah. We actually we specialize from a personal standpoint. We've got several carriers for home, auto, life, health policies that we try to consult with. Also, we have a high concentration of commercial clients as well. Bill, we try to sit down with business owners, come up with great business owner policy packages. A lot of carriers that we have that are have large appetites for that. So we're on both sides of the spectrum, personal line and commercial line both. From an insurance standpoint, we're pretty much unlimited to the possibilities of trying to be able to help the people around here in Smith County and surrounding counties as well. But especially being back home, being able to do that, we're excited about that.
Well, I imagine you are. How do people get in touch with you?
Well, they could call here at the office. Our office line here is 615-588-1288. You could email me, Seth, at jminsuranceagency.com, or you could go online, jminsuranceagency.com. You can visit us there. We've got all of our profiles listed there. You can fill out questionnaires, get in touch with us there. So we're pretty much connected in any facet.
Okay.
So.
Well, we're sure glad you joined the chamber, and welcome.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Okay, we've got another new chamber member here, and I always like to let people introduce themselves because I might get a middle initial wrong or something. See, I just stumbled in when I said that. So tell them who you are, and hold that up real close.
Real close, okay.
Yeah.
My name is Joey Nixon, and I'm the owner of the Wagner Building here in South Carthage. My wife and I. It's a building that my grandfather and grandmother raised me in pretty much about 50 years ago, and just remodeled it and fixed it up and trying to do some good in the community.
Well, you are renting office space out, is that right?
Correct. We've got one office left right now, and really would love to have somebody come out and take a look.
Okay, so how do they get in touch with you?
Go to wagnerbuilding.com. You can also find us on Facebook, or you can give us a call, 615-418-6577.
Okay, now let's talk about a little bit about some of the history. You're located in South Carthage.
Correct.
Okay, this building, what was it originally built to do? Do you know?
Absolutely. It was built, my grandparents were in the oil distribution business, and they had tires, oil, and ran their whole operations out of here for several years. They ran it till the, probably, I'm guessing, not sure the exact year, but about the mid-90s, and it's kind of just been bounced around the family and trying to bring back up to speed now. So.
Okay, well now, when you came in here, obviously this has been remodeled and it looks really nice.
Thank you.
Can you tell me what all you did? Like, did you completely redid all the floors, I guess?
Well, we did everything. We moved walls, floors, ceiling, fresh paint job. Tim Manning did an excellent job, came in and helped us kind of remodel. We had Smith County Carpet would help us with changing all the floors, and Profits Painting with all the painting, and a lot of local community help, but we pretty much changed out everything. So.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing, it looks excellent.
Thank you very much. We're proud of it.
Okay, hope I don't ask you something you don't know here.
That's okay.
What's the age of the building?
It was, their open house was in December of 1965, and the reason I know that is my wife and I bought it in December of 2015, so it was almost 50 years to the day from their open house, so a little over 50 years.
So 50 years old then, and it's a nice looking building.
Absolutely.
It's a brick veneer on the outside, and so if you're ever passing through South Carthage.
Absolutely, God's country.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, people live in South Carthage, they're proud of it.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm one of them.
The walking trail is right behind here.
Absolutely.
And that's, I've never really known, we just call it the Rails to Trails walking track. I know there's a couple of memorials on this end, and of course it ends down at the Highway 53.
Right.
Right across from the Paris Park. Right. And it's about,
it's a little over a mile and a half.
Okay.
So it's almost people that run a 5K, it's almost a 5K from one end to the other.
So if you get under a lot of stress, you just go out there and run back and forth.
Absolutely. And you can run back and forth and stop by and see me.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, Joey, thank you a lot. I also like to mention Joey also serves the community in a lot of other capacities, and of course you work out of this building here.
Absolutely.
And what is your you have a software company?
Yeah, I work for a software company based out of Nashville. Several of us in the community actually work from our homes. It's Perla, and if you're a college student going back to school and you're writing your APA or MLA papers, you can check out our website, perla.com, perla.com. So love to give that a try too.
Okay. All right. Well, Joey, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Great job with the building.
Thank you very much.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this month's show, and we'll look for you next month. In the meantime, may God bless you, and have a wonderful time in Middle Tennessee. Smith County is a great place to live, work, and play, and we're glad that you're here, and we hope that you'll watch our shows and find out what all is going on in Smith County and learn about it and come and just participate in some of the things that are happening. So this is Bill Woodard, and this is the Chamber Corner.